Sonic Frontiers is pretty good. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's a pretty solid game still. Especially after the trash heap that was Sonic Forces, we were all left with a bad taste in our mouth. However, as I literally just said, while Sonic Frontiers is a good game, it isn't great. There were quite a few things missing from this game from launch that stops it from being the best Sonic experience, and that's even after using unofficial mods or installing the official free updates from Sonic Team. But all hope isn't lost. The big boss of Sonic, aka Oga Izuka, has announced that the Sonic Frontiers open zone formula will literally be the new recipe for cooking Sonic games for the next decade. Let him cook. So, as Sonic Team prepares the up-and-coming sequel for Sonic Frontiers, here are 5 key features I want to see in this game that will guarantee that it will be a banger. But before we get into this juicy content, it has come to my attention that some of you guys forgot to click the subscribe button. Yeah, I'm on to you. You thought I wouldn't mention it, huh? Yeah, I see you. But all jokes aside, be sure to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. It's completely free to do and it lets me know that you guys are rocking with the Temzy content. But anyways, alright my lovely viewers, here are 5 features that we need to see in Sonic Frontiers 2. The first thing I want to touch on is player customization. Now, when we originally heard about Sonic Frontiers customization, I was imagining something a bit more modular than whatever the heck this is. Yeah, it's nice that we have the ability to wear the soap shoes in game, but the way they implemented customization was really underwhelming, and we can only assume that it ended up this way because of lack of time constraints. Seriously, I don't know how we ended up with worse customization than Sonic Colors Ultimate, which although it literally only gave us a few texture swaps in a buggy menu, that buggy menu still allowed us to swap out the boost effects and Sonic shoes and gloves, and even gave us a preview in real time. Don't get me wrong though, Sonic Colors Ultimate is still a buggy mess, but this is honestly a good way they could implement this feature. Just be sure to give us a little more customization than paint covered shoes. In fact, there's a mod for Sonic Generations called the customizable Sonic mod by Lady Luna Nova. It allows you to pause the game whenever and change Sonic's clothing in real time, from his shoes to even his quills. Honestly, this mod is worth a separate video, so I'm just gonna keep this segment short, but this kind of customization is a must for the next Sonic games, especially as the next mainline game will be released in like 2026, 2027, if you really think about it, since they drop every 5-year anniversary or at least 1 year after. So this isn't even a big ask for a game releasing during that time period. The next thing I want to see in this upcoming game is an abundance of interactable NPCs and a big hub world environment. The people populating Sonic's world, whether human or furry, has always been an interesting area to me that Sonic Team hasn't fully explored yet. With recent advancements in technology, it's possible for us to have open worlds of giant sprawling cities that we usually only see in the CGI cutscenes, completely full of life. Heck, even Mario Odyssey handled their NPCs quite well, even if the humans did end up looking like Uncanny Valley compared to Mario. Just imagine running around something similar to New Donk City but on a much larger scale and with Sonic's moveset. I know Sonic Team has the potential to cook. They literally made Sonic Unleashed and the adventure games before, so it's time for them to make a comeback. Come on, let's go. Now, this third feature I want to see hasn't even been done properly since Sonic 06, which is crazy. I'm talking about multiple stories with different playable characters in the next Sonic game. The last free update for Sonic Frontiers is actually going to make Tails, Amy and Knuckles playable with a brand new piece of story, and this is exactly what I like to see. We haven't really had much variety of playable characters these past few games, except for slightly younger Sonic and Build-A-Bear Sonic. Oh, and the Faker as well, but that's really it. I want to experience some brand new playstyles. I really think with different characters to Sonic Team could also experiment with level design and make some peak set pieces that we've never seen before. Putting all that aside, it would just be nice to play as someone else other than Sonic for a change. Another feature that we need for this game also hasn't been in the mainline entry since Sonic 06 or Sonic Lost World if you want to be annoying, and that is multiplayer. It doesn't need to be something crazy, maybe some small races similar to Sonic Adventure 2 or a full-on race through the open world, but I need to see some split-screen action going on. It's been way too long. Sonic Superstars is bringing back multiplayer similar to how Rayman Legends did it, so it would be nice if a mainline Sonic game could have something like that again. An example of how you could implement this is from Mario Odyssey. Yeah, again, that game is so good. But anyway, in Mario Odyssey, after you complete a kingdom, there's an NPC you can talk with that will start a mini race around a sandbox world against CPUs. To get to one specific point to another, Sonic Team could literally implement this, but with Sonic's friends being playable and maybe even using their powers like Tails' fly or Amy's hammer to give them small boosts. Alright, for this last feature, I'm gonna need you guys to hear me out for this. It's gonna sound almost crazy, but honestly, if Sonic Team could pull this off, then this will literally be the best Sonic game of all time. They need to keep the cyberspace stages, but rename them to the action stages, similar to Adventure and Unleashed. But Temzy, I hear you say, cyberspace absolutely sucked. Why the heck would they bring it back? Just hear me out for a second. Imagine the hub worlds from Sonic Unleashed in a fashion similar to how I mentioned before, about 5 times bigger than they originally were, filled to the brim with springs, rings, the usual Sonic objects that allow you to platform, you name it. Suddenly, the semi-boring hub world gains a little speed and a little excitement with even little platforming challenges sprinkled here and there. You still with me? Now, in these hub worlds, we're gonna have the action stages sprinkled all over, similar to how they were in Frontiers, but these will have brand new, not reused, brand new level design, still themed around the hub world though for consistency, but in the same linear fashion as the day stages from Sonic Unleashed. Oh, you guys are not hearing me right now. If they pull this off, we could literally have the best of both worlds. The open world experimental platforming from Sonic Frontiers, or should I say open zone, because Kishimoto is trying to push it that it's not open world, but seriously, the open zone experimental platforming from Sonic Frontiers mixed with a more accurate boost formula ripped directly from Sonic Unleashed. I know, it sounds like a pipe dream and I sound like a lunatic for even coming up with the idea, but just imagine if they pull it off properly. They could easily reuse this formula for the Adventure remakes if they even happen, or even an Unleashed remake if they're feeling up to it. But man, let me calm down because right now I'm getting too excited over something we're not even sure Sonic Team will be able to pull off. But yeah, that was my list of 5 things that I want to see in the sequel to Sonic Frontiers. We're not even sure if they're gonna call it Sonic Frontiers 2. What did you think of them? Do you agree, disagree, got more to add? Get to that comment section ASAP, I want to see your thoughts. Oh yeah, and I have a Discord server. Yeah, I literally never talk about it on my channel, but if you guys ever want to talk about my latest videos or even Sonic stuff in general, head on over to Temzy Code. Link is in the description, I'll see you there. But that's it for now, I'll see you guys later. Temzy out, peace.